Hey everyone, I want to bring you a 3 video series on why most online coaching businesses quietly collapse. Okay. These videos are primarily for aspiring coaches and active coaches who are already operating in their own practice. This is not my normal videos. I know, I just feel these videos are needed, in my opinion, because most coaching businesses do not fail because the coach is not talented enough. A lot of coaches chase attention before they have structure. They believe they need to sell transformation before they know how to deliver it. They believe that they need to scale a business before they have built a system that can actually hold up under pressure. That is not growth, that is uncontrolled expansion. Okay. And uncontrolled expansion eventually creates burnout, client confusion, inconsistent results, and a business that looks successful online, but feels chaotic behind the scenes. My name is Russ Haas Hosmer. I'm the founder and chief performance advisor of Constant Progression. We are a behavioral concepts company, and we focus on coaching, consulting, counseling, and human performance systems. Here at Constant Progression, we do not believe in motivation without structure. We believe in behavioral precision, disciplined execution, measurable outcomes, and systems that help people perform under pressure and at a higher level. And today, I feel that we need to talk about a serious issue inside the coaching industry. Okay. So here comes the main message here. Okay. The issue is the high volume, low touch coaching model. Not a lot of people talk about this. This is the model where coaches are told to scale fast, build a group program, sell high ticket, post more content, automate everything, get more leads, book more calls, close more clients. And at first glance, that sounds smart, but here's the problem. Most of that advice is focused on the front end of the business, the marketing, the visibility, sales, lead generation, content, social media content, funnels. Okay. But the back end is where the real responsibility lives. Okay. And the back end is the delivery, client progression, behavior change, accountability, emotional regulation for both the coach and the clients, execution support, measurable results. And when the back end is weak, everything eventually breaks because now you have more people coming into a program that does not have enough structure to support them. You have more clients asking questions, more people needing direction, more confusion, more emotional management, more follow up, more pressure on the coach. Okay. And, and instead of coaching from clarity, the coach starts operating from reaction. And that is where burnout begins. Not because the coach does not care. It's not it at all. It's not what I'm saying. Most coaches do care. They care deeply. So burnout often begins because the coach is carrying a business model that was not designed with enough operational structure. So here's the truth. You cannot scale confusion and expect transformation. So if your program is unclear at 5 clients, it will be chaos or chaotic at 20. Right? And if your communication boundaries are weak with just 3 clients, they'll collapse with 30. If your methodology is not defined before you scale, scaling will expose every weakness inside the system. A lot of coaches think they need more clients, but what they really need is more structure. They need a clearer process. They need standards. They need measurable outcomes. They need a better way to move clients from where they are to where they want to be. Because coaching is not just conversation, guys. We all know this, right? Coaching is not just motivation. It's probably hardly any of that, really. Okay. Coaching is not just content delivery either. Coaching is a responsibility. Again, something we all know. You are guiding another person through change. Very important, very personal. Okay. And change requires structure. So now I want to take a minute. I just want to speak directly to aspiring coaches. And if you are aspiring to become a coach, I want you to hear this clearly. Do not let anyone convince you that the first priority is to scale. The first priority, in my humble opinion, is to become effective. Before you worry about filling a group program, you need to understand the problem you solve. Before you worry about a funnel, you need to understand the transformation you are responsible for. Before you charge premium pricing, you need to know how your process creates premium outcomes. That does not mean you have to be perfect before you start. That's not what I'm saying at all, guys. Okay. But it does mean you need to respect the work, because coaching is not just an online business category. It is human development, and human development requires skill, self awareness, ethics, boundaries, and discipline. Something, again, we all know. Okay. Now, I just want to flip over and I want to speak directly to active coaches. If you are already coaching and you have your own practice and you feel stretched thin, overwhelmed, or constantly behind, I want you to stop and assess the model. Not your worth, not your passion, not your ability, the model. Okay. Ask yourself this: am I spending more time selling than serving? Am I repeating the same things to every client? Am I constantly answering messages because my structure is unclear? Am I attracting clients who are not ready for the work? Am I measuring outcomes, or am I just hoping clients feel better? Am I building something sustainable, or am I just keeping the machine moving? Guys, those are serious questions, and a professional coach needs to be willing to answer them. Okay. Here is a key constant progression principle. Here, within constant progression, we believe this. We believe that structure is the foundation of all productivity. Okay. That applies to life, that applies to performance, and that applies to coaching businesses. If there is no structure, there is no consistency. And if there's no consistency, there's no trust. And if there's no trust, there's no long-term authority. You do not build authority by looking busy. You build authority by producing results through and with discipline and consistency. Okay. Now, let's check in for a strong reality check. Okay. The coaching industry has glorified speed, fast launches, fast income, fast scaling, fast visibility, right? Immediate results. But speed without structure is instability, and instability eventually gets expensive. It costs your peace, it costs your energy, it costs your client results, it costs your reputation, right? A business that depends on constant output from the coach is not a scalable business. It is a fragile business, and fragile businesses break under pressure. So, what is the first step? You ask? Well, first is stop asking, how do I get more clients? And you need to start asking, can my current system actually support better results? That is the question. Because if your delivery model is weak, more clients will not solve the problem. More clients will multiply the problem. The objective is not to create more noise. The objective is to build a business that can carry the promise you are making. That means structure, standards, boundaries, progression, measurement, and of course, disciplined execution. Okay. If you are a coach or an aspiring coach and this message hits something real, share this video with another coach who needs to hear it. Because this industry, the coaching industry, does not need more people scaling chaos. It needs better coaches. It needs more professionals building with integrity, structure, and measurable results. Subscribe to this channel if you want more conversations around coaching, performance, discipline, and building systems that actually hold up under pressure. Coming up in the next video, video 2, I'm going to break down why so many business mentors, quote unquote, keep pushing this model, even though it creates so much stress for coaches. And once you understand the incentives, the picture gets a lot clearer. This will become a lot more clear after video 2, and it'll become even more clear after video 3, the final video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Constant Progression.